Yay! Alright guys, welcome. I'm going like this because I'm trying to figure out where we are right now. We're trying a new thing on YouTube Live, so I'm like, super excited about that. Just, want to make sure that everything looks okay and everything's hunky-dory. So, hunky-dory. You guys know that expression, right? And then I'm starting to think about Dory from Finding Nemo now. But anyway, I am Mindful Yoga Chick. I stream yoga and meditation on Twitch from Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as Tuesdays at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I do story time. We have I have read to you Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, which is beautiful, and then to get October started, we read The Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Tomorrow, we will be reading another short story, actually, which is called The Yellow Wallpaper. We've got IT checking things a little bit here that might be a little bit of a background noise you might hear. So if you want to check me out, hang out, perhaps do some yoga and meditation with me, or come out and give me a little story time before bedtime on Tuesday evenings. Also, Saturdays have been a lot of random streams that I do, so recently they've been more on the retro gaming genre. And so now that it's fall and things are a little more chilly up here, because I am in Toronto, I will be introducing a little bit more of maybe crochet, because I do crochet, and we'll do that. We've got Dina in the background as well, right, Dina? This is Dina, if you can see her. She's right here. She was just lying on her blanket. You think I'm lying? Dina, warrior princess. This is her. So she keeps me company during yoga, and she's a lovely dog. If you like what you see and you want to support the stream, support me and Dina and the stream, you can always click on the follow button as well, and or the subscribe button right now. So what following is completely free. Following will notify you exactly right away when I'm on. At any time when I'm on, you get a little notification on your computer or on your phone letting you know. And subscription, of course, you get a little bit more, so that includes, of course, no commercials, Discord with me and other subscribers, and a little more as we go along. So, alright, we will start in about a minute, I would say. I'm just going to make sure that I have everything here that I need, and looks like I do. I did want to mention to my viewers here on Twitch who have been following me for a while that I did get to cleansing the space, specifically the entire unit where we are. There are a few things happening, a little bit of energy blockages that I was noticing, so we did that. I actually still have my cell here from the weekend with my plumes and my sage. So that has been done, as the space has been cleared and cleansed, and I look forward to better air, better space from now at least, and so we'll see. So, okay, let's get some water and then we'll get started with that meditation. Most of my meditation, or most of my streams, I would say, are we start with meditation and then followed by yoga. Usually it's more of a gentle yoga class, so we do get a bit of a workout. especially if you're a beginner or intermediate. And yeah, this October, I forgot to mention, this October we are celebrating October not only with story time and reading a bit of horror and thriller and whatnot, but we're also taking it up a notch and celebrating it with plank. So I have been documenting and recording my process of plank. So I will be basically timing myself every day for a high plank and a low plank. So far those digits have been recorded and they are on Instagram. So if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, that would be great. You can check that out. It's fun to see, my progress on that. And I'd love to see my viewers' progresses as well. I was able to check in with a few of them this weekend. They have been keeping up. So that's really great. And they've been telling me a little bit about their numbers. So that's awesome. Awesome. So that's why we're doing it. And that's why you see in the title that we called it today Planktober. So yay! A little bit of something to look forward to as well, right? So we will begin our meditation with the ring of our chime or bell, as we usually start with. Okay? Then we will focus on breath. We will move through a short meditation, and we will move back onto our movement, and then we'll go back to the mat there. Okay? So here we go. Sneaky. Thank you, Susama. So with the sound of the chime, we will bring awareness to the breath wherever we are. You can be seated comfortably. I am actually between blocks as we speak. I'm going to do the clinic here. And you can be seated or you can be lying down, whichever you prefer. As long as you're comfortable where you are. Okay? And making sure that you are not straining any muscles throughout the meditation, throughout the class, and that you're always listening to your body. As I usually say, the navigation that I provide you through a meditation and through yoga are mainly for simply guidelines. So they are to guide you in a way where you start to become familiar with these patterns until you practice and they become an organic switch in the mind eventually as you clearly so. Alright, so bringing that awareness to the breath and noticing where the breath lies here. So is the breath at the collarbone, at the ribs, at the belly? Where does the breath lie? It's rolling the shoulders a little bit back and down. And rolling from side to side. And I am very sleepy right now. I beg my pardon there. Oh. So we recently just came back from a walk with Zena. We went out and things to walk because it's getting chilly. It's just gotten a little bit from being all day inside to walk outside. It's just a little bit longer. So pardon me. Oh. So wherever you are, with that awareness of your breath, perhaps closing your eyes, perhaps not, but comfortably where you are, allowing the space to become the breath and allow the breath to guide the space. So, Open your eyes if you would like. I always like to close the eyes to bring that awareness in. And actually, a saying I read recently on Instagram, I believe, where it said, I think it was the Buddha that said this once, I closed my eyes to see within. And there are other versions of that where it is as in, I close my eyes so I can see. And what does that mean, really? But one can think of it in many different ways. One can be a literal meaning of it. And one could potentially be bringing the awareness inward as we have been practicing at this time, at this moment. And when we close our eyes, we begin to notice not only the breath, but also the movement of blood flow, and heartbeat, the two together, blood pressure. Begin to notice if there are any type of aches and pains. And when we lead a busy day, we usually have the breath very short and usually right at the top of our body. And we really want to engage through the core. So breathing in through the belly, big balloon there, bring that breath all the way up to the collarbone. And exhale. The same way. So you're moving from an inhale, belly, ribs, collarbone. Exhale, collarbone, ribs, belly. So you're breathing in one stage at a time, but make that smooth and organically and gracefully of the breath, nice and gentle through the breath in yourself. And as you're exhaling, you're dropping the opposite way. You're releasing, you're extracting the breath. So let's focus a little bit here on ratio breathing. I always come back to ratio breathing because ratio breathing can be so powerful. It has been so powerful, in fact, that medically or clinically it has been borrowed to help lots and lots of patients. So let's use this as a block of imagery. And imagine that on your left, on this side, is an inhale. At the top of the box or rectangle is a hold or a pause. On the right of that box is an exhale. And at the bottom is another pause. So we'll inhale for a count, we'll pause, we'll exhale for a count, we'll pause, and then we'll cycle and recycle. So as we begin here, inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. You can do it without the cup. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Beautiful. Keep going at your normal breath now. You'll start noticing the differences here. So, gently noticing if the breath has changed, if you have managed to make the exhale nice and long. Rolling the shoulders back a few more times, and let's come back to the breath again. Okay. And we're coming back to the breath for ratio breathing once again. We're going to do a ratio. So just now we did a ratio of 4 and 4. Inhale 4, hold, exhale 4, hold. We're going to move it just a little bit wider or longer. So we're going to inhale for 4. We're going to hold. We're going to exhale for 6 and hold. Okay? So once you're ready, take breath in. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold whatever you can between those numbers. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. Coming back to the normal breath, that normal cycle. And again, noticing any changes, any important changes here. You're most likely a little more relaxed, a little more focused of my voice, perhaps. Beautiful. So right at this second, I'm going to invite you to build an intention for tonight's class or for the week. Something as simple as drinking the water, sending love to someone who needs it, or enveloping yourself in love as we do this practice. Keeping that intention in mind, think of it there. I will ring the bell one more time. There we are. So we're going to move on to a yoga mat for now, and we're going to do some more movements. Of course, stretching through each part of our bodies and working through our chakras, which are our energy points, and we'll be practicing a little bit of those planks, which we will insert for our Planktober challenge. We're just going to check our messages here, see if there are any messages I need to be aware of. I do sometimes receive private whispers, as we call it, whispers, and on Twitch. So I want to make sure that I'm not missing anybody and all good. Also, I do have my chat on right here. So you might notice that I moved it slightly sometimes, and that's just making sure that I'm not missing anybody who's chatting with us. So with me or messaging anything, I do welcome you to go ahead and chat on the chat. I do answer. I am here if you have any questions. I do invite you to put up or write anything for me anything kind would be nice if you have any questions. Let's just get to know each other. Alright, let's move into our mat space. And by the way, today we'll see your movements, but usually I have a yoga belt. You don't necessarily need to have a yoga belt, although a belt, just a general belt, would be essential every so often when I do bring it out for my swings and two blocks. Okay, again, you do not need to have these specifically. You can use even a Kleenex box or a bolster, a pillow, a cushion, and for belts, you just use a simple belt that you have at home, anything that you can use in that way. These were generally gifts from me, otherwise I wouldn't buy them. I am a certified yoga teacher and I've been teaching for quite a while now, I believe 10 years now. It's been a while. Been doing yoga for even longer, so you can just realize that these gifts actually, I think I received them within the past 5 years or so they are great to use, but not total necessary. So use whatever you have at home. Alright, so let's move into the mat and let's get the movement going. Alright, so notice I have a blanket as well here, and this blanket is mainly for my knees, so if you have any type of knee issues, if you've got arthritis, if you've got any joint pain that you usually have discomfort from, then bring yourself a blanket and put it in the middle of the mat as we're working through here, and that will give you a little bit of support. Another way, if you don't have a blanket handy right away, is just to fold your mat in double and use the squishy as that. My mat actually that I have here right now is a very thin one. It's actually a travel mat, and I do take this one with me wherever I go. So I have taken it to Cuba, the Dominican, and other places. I think up north here in Ontario and so forth. Just do a little bit of yoga when I'm away. So it's a little bit thin, and if you fold it up, it's not really going to provide me that much cushioning. I bring this one in. I do have another mat, which is behind me, but I sometimes use that one as a bit of a bolster. And I like this one. I like to feel with this one. It's nice and sticky. Zena, you gonna do yoga with us? Here she is. Yeah, we're taking doggy out. We're taking doggy. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna come on the table for a moment. And actually, Zena, I'm gonna move this way so I can see the chat. Okay. So we're gonna start at table. Okay. And Zena's gonna be around. If you like doggies, that's awesome. So she will be around. Okay. And table is basically this point here. So my hands are wide and I'm right underneath my shoulders. Okay. So we move here from pat and cow with full breath. And the breath generally works in this movement, it generally works all of our chakras. So we have a chakra at the bottom of our body, and we have one at our sexual point here, then we have right at the navel, or just below the navel, and another right above the navel. Then we have heart, and we have the throat, we have the third eye, and we have our crown. Okay, so those are the main big chakras, the main chakras. There's a lot of other chakras that cat and cow work all these main chakras. So it's a very powerful pose or asana that you can try at home. It's one of those basic ones that you may want to try. You know what are you doing? That you may want to try at home at any time. It's really good if you have back pain or any back discomfort, if you've been sitting for a long time, and also if you have any kind of insomnia. Right, Zena? Yes. Mommy practices this one usually morning and during the day and on screen and before bed. And Zena does it too, right? Now, go from here. I'm going to drop belly, and I'm actually going to take this off the phone so you can see, right, Dina? I'm going to take this off for a moment so you can see my body here and the way that it's moving. Okay? So showcasing the belly, exactly the belly that I want you to see. As I am inhaling, I drop belly down. Notice my sit bones are facing all the way up to the sky. Hey, yoga sit spot. Hello, hello. Aw, thank you so much for showing the love. Thank you for coming by. Nice to see you. Awesome. We're doing Planktober today. We're moving through meditation and yoga, and then we're going to do a whole bunch of planks, different planks. Glad to see you come by. All right. So dropping the belly. And this one. Oh, Dana. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, do you want to go out? Is that what you're asking? Give me 1 second, guys. How you go? Good girl. All right. Tina will come back in a little bit. Don't you worry. Thank you so much. See you soon. All right. So I'm dropping my belly for an inhale. I'm also pointing up the sit bone. Okay. So I started here. I want to bend outward. Okay. See that difference? Beautiful. Let me go up my belly. Sit bones are up. And then I present the heart. I'm open through here. Opening through the heart chakra and the throat chakra. And I can move up to the ceiling with an inhale. And an exhale closes that movement. Okay. And I start bringing that tailbone in. Curling up, pushing with the upper back. If it's uncomfortable in your wrist, you can come onto your fist. That will help any carpal tunnel, any arthritis after this. Okay. Push, 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 push. With the exhale. You inhale, you open. Exhale, hold. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. And we'll do that about 3 more times, okay? So, inhale, open, 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 open. Big breath here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's sit back to child's pose. So the big toes touch. I'm going to bring my knees as wide as the mat. I'm going to sit back onto my heels first. Okay? If that's not applicable for you, that's one way to use this block to sit on. Okay? Or a cushion. Alright? Or whatever prop you can use for there. So child's pose, most importantly, is for you to get as close as possible to the heels first, and then flow forward. When you're flowing forward, that is basically the extension of the pose. So a bit of a challenge to child's pose is that you flow outward and extend. Okay? Now, if you don't touch down to your heels, that's okay. You need to stay where you are. Feel the pose from within and see what can work for you here, and practice sitting back first. Okay? Now, if I could not sit back, if this is where I'd be, I could press a block or a bolster right here. Okay? I could use a bolster or block to help me here, and I could stay here for my child's pose, right? And then as you get closer to bringing that flexibility in your body, perhaps you can start by moving one block out of the way. Maybe extending the arms in front of you. If then flexibility becomes part of your daily life and or you're advanced at this point, you can definitely sit back onto your heels and then flow forward. Forehead touches that mat, okay? And there's different versions of cat pose, of child's pose here. But we basically stay in child's pose for usually 5 to 7 breaths. If it's more of a quicker class, then we stay very shortly in child's pose and we move back into a natural pose, okay? So from here, you can stay as you please. I'm actually going to move back into downward facing dog and meet you there, okay? Now, because I'm moving back to downward facing dog, and I'm going to be doing after movements with my legs a little bit more, I'm going to move that blanket out of the way and leave it right there. Nice and close to when I need it next, and we'll put it in, okay? So, we were in cat and cow before from this table. This is where you would be for table. We're going to downward facing dog. I'm going to move my hands just a little bit forward, tuck my toes, bring back, a little bit of breath here. And you can walk the dog, okay? If you've been sitting for a while, if you've been driving for a long time, our hamstrings are going to be a little bit tight. So, walking the dog, bring a big stretch to the heart, and being where you are. Let's try a little bit of a plank to get us started, especially since it's plank over. We'll move forward and hold here for 3, 2, 1. Bend your knee, sit back, child's pose. Notice this time, my knees are touching, they're nice and close. Okay, that's a different version of child's pose. Stay here. About 3 breaths. Coming up again, downward facing dog. So make sure you flip the hands, tuck the toes, walk back, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Walk, walk, walk those feet. Open to the heart. Let's inhale, right leg up to the sky. Bend that knee. Bring it back. Inhale left, all the way. Bend that knee. And bring it back. Big breath. Plank. Bend your knee. Sit back. Child's pose. Come right back. Let's try downward facing dog again. Tucking back toes. And walk the dog. All good. Let's try a little bit different here with our downward dog to start. I'm going to inhale. Big breaths. Exhale. Come forward. Plank. Then release the knees down. Point your toes back. Open to the heart. And we're at upward facing dog. Open to the heart, looking up the ceiling. Big, nice stretch here to the abdominal muscle. And actually a nice strengthening through the back. Notice my hands are right underneath my shoulders. Staying for 1 more big breath. Exhale. Come back, child's pose. Wiggle to either side. Tap the hands, come up. Bring them a little bit closer. Tuck my toes in. And downward D again. Walk, 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 walk. Big stretch. Walk the feet up. Alright, we're going to try a little bit of forward folds. So we're going to, I'm actually separating my feet a little bit as wide, almost as wide as my hips here. I'm going to plant my hands if it's available to you. And releasing the head. Notice my knees are bent, alright? And notice that my chest touches my hips here. Release my head. Clasping onto my elbows. Say yes. Say no. And release. Beautiful. Let's try that actually. I will try. If you have a block, try with a block at home. I'm actually going to try it with a block, just for a little leveling, a little balance. I'm going to step on that block, all the way down, and see how that feels for my body. Just for a little bit of an extra stretch in here. Okay. Beautiful. Inhale, perhaps a flat back. Balancing for me here is it's a little more challenging. Flat back. Exhale, release. Waving yes, waving no. That feels really nice. I'm going to step away. I'm going to put that block away up here. I'm going to come down to downward D once again. Big stretch. Move forward plank. Bend your knees. Sit back, child's pose. You can wave for a little bit here from side to side. Picking up slowly onto table once again. Out of the way, I don't want them to be in my way, so you can see me here. So from table, I'm actually going to move my right leg forward. Okay? When your right leg is here, making sure that you are 90-degree angle to that. You may want to move your knees back. I'm just going to open through my hips here for just a moment. Opening forward. Okay. We're going to stay there for a bit of that hip opener for a few breaths. And if it's too much, you can just move back. Alright? You can also try moving all the way back and opening to the back of the foot in this way, or the back of the leg, the hamstrings in this way. Moving forward. The opening to this leg here. Side there. Breath. And okay. I'm going to back to the 90-degree angle. I'm going to poke up here. So low warrior one. Inhale, arms all the way up the ceiling. Twinkling fingers. Exhale, hands to my heart. And okay. I'm going to bring that right foot closer to the left. I'm going to bring my hand just next to it. Breathing in, breathing out. Listen to the heart here. Noticing I'm not collapsing. I am still taut. Long spine. Nothing here back. And we're going to switch legs. I'm going to bring that blanket back. My right knee is a little bit achy these days. And so, let's not do that on the other side. I'm going to bring my left in, making sure that front leg is 90-degree angle. And then press forward if it's accessible for you. Then slowly checking that out. See how that's feeling. Yeah, that's a tight hamstring right there. Feel it. And then forward. Big breath to center the heart. Back to a 90 degree. Up. Low warrior one. Inhale, arms to the sky. Wiggle the fingers. Hands together. Exhale. Releasing, lowering those shoulders down. Don't let them climb all the way up. Breathing in, breathing out. Bring the hands down, plant them next to the foot. I'm going to move that foot closer to the edge here. And I'm going to open up a little bit more. Okay? So this is one of those preparations for split. If you can do split, you have that flexibility in your body. You can do a full split. You can go ahead and try it now. Breathing in, breathing out. And wonderful. Back with both. And you can sit back onto child's pose for a moment here. Beautiful. Let's move into a similar move. We're actually going to thread the needle and then extend through our back legs. Okay? So, table. Inhale, right arm all the way to the side. And wave it in under the left. Bring the cheek all the way down. So the right cheek is touching that right side here, right onto the mat. Okay. You can stay here for a moment. This is called thread the needle. Inhale left and bring that to the tailbone, or you can bring that all the way around to the other side, whatever feels comfortable. This is a bit of a heart opener here. If it feels comfortable, you can go all the way around, otherwise here, or you can simply leave it here. All good. Wonderful. And from there comes the challenge now. So challenge for you is to extend through one leg and see how that feels. And then perhaps extending to the other leg. And staying there for 3, 2, and 3. Beautiful. Unwinding and coming up the table again. So that, my friends, was thread the needle plank. Alright, so let's try it on the other side. Okay, same. Table, inhale left, with the fingers, bring it across. Your left cheek touches the ground here. Right leg, and come all the way back, touch that tailbone, or all the way around and touch the left side. Okay. Or you can simply stay here. You choose. Once you find, you might have to locate a little bit more here through the left side. I want to extend through the left and the right. And hold for 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Listening to there. Support it all the way up. Coming to table. And sit back onto child's pose if you'd like. I'm going to swing the hair back. And I'm going to do a little bit of another stretch here. So you can swing child's pose here if you need a little bit of a break. Otherwise, I'm going to interlace behind me. We're going to sit in this little bit of a staff pose, if you will. Open through the chest. Okay, so I'm interlacing fingers behind me. Rolling shoulders and back down. Moving up to ceiling if it's comfortable on my neck. We stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Enjoy in front of us. And we'll do this 3 times in front of us. Interlace, open through the heart. Exhale. Interlace, open. Exhale. Interlace. Reach the ceiling here with those fingers. Exhale all the way down. Beautiful. Sway from side to side. I'm gonna take a big sip of water. All right. I'm gonna check to see if I'm missing anything. If anyone has taken a message there. Very nice, very nice. All right. So yes, this is Planktober that we're celebrating. You can follow my records, my documenting of that on Instagram, and or you of course you can join me, Hands of Talent, and later on I will invite IT to come and do a little bit of a stopwatch to see how long I can keep those two. Today, I believe yesterday's high was I want to say, we held high for 121, something like that, and then low 131, something along those lines. Let me take a look, actually. I have it all on my phone, you guys. Let's see here. Okay. Actually, so yesterday I held high plank with 1 minute and 31 seconds, and low plank 1 minute and 12 seconds. I know if I'm doing this without bending one, so it's the full extension, and so far so good. Try it at home and see how it works for you, and yeah, let me know how it goes, right? Alright guys, so let's move back into that table. We're going to move through a little bit here, downward facing dog, and we'll try 2 different things. So, tuck toes, go to that downward V, bending here to the left, through the leg, and big stretch. Tippy toes for a bigger stretch if you like. Come into a plank, hold here, back, downward facing dog. So let's try that side angle, okay? So, side angle for a side plank. I'm going to press to my right. I'm going to balance between my right hand, my right leg. My left leg is extended. And I'm opening all the way along. Okay, this is a side plank. And this is a moderation of a side plank. If you want to make this one a little bit more challenging, you can extend through both legs. Okay. I'm supporting in this way here. Okay. Let's try the other side. I'm actually going to come around so you can see the other side. So let's try the moderation first. Then knee there. Balance between here first, then extend the other leg and open to the heart. Reach the sky. Beautiful. And release. Let's try the more advanced. Opening to both legs. Into the heart. And a push. All right. So, what do you guys think? Should we try more plank? Well, I thought, it's the first Monday of October, so why not try all the planks that we can? And here we go. So, there is the high plank that I've shown you, right? A modification of this high advanced plank could just be by bending your legs here, bending your knees, and holding here and seeing how long you can hold for. Most importantly, however, is that your tailbone is not facing up, so you're still engaged through a long table, okay? Imagine that your back is this long, or perhaps that your back is holding this long, table. All right, you're holding a plank there. Beautiful. You can also hold a low plank. So the way I've been holding it for the challenge is with extended legs as such. You can also do it with bent knees. Alright, so if you're doing a low plank, noticing that your hands can be clasped, but really play around with that and see what works. And your weight is right through the forearms, okay? So not so much directly on the bone. Find a spot that works for you because you need to balance through there, okay? Beautiful. You're squaring off the shoulders and you're doing that. So I'm going to move the blanket out of the way. First, to do that actually, I'm going to throw in a little bit of a squat. Low squat. I'm going to come to the middle of the mat so you can see my spot here. Okay. Now I can elevate through my spine. Keep balance here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. And it's really important to, for me, find balance in a slow squat by moving knees from side to side first. Okay? Then sitting back down onto my heels. Now I know that a lot of us don't have that accessibility, that flexibility at the heel to go all the way down, but just try it. If you don't have that flexibility, try placing that blanket or towel or cushion at the heel so it can protect you there, okay? And then trying from there. Essentially, a low squat is amazing for hip opening and extra amazing for prenatal, okay? So if you are prenatal, welcome to my stream. I have taught a lot of prenatal yoga in my past. I am also certified in prenatal yoga, and it was such a beautiful time, so thank you. And hey, Anura 17 says hello. Hello, how are you? How's it going? Thanks for coming by. How's Milo? Anura 17 has a cute doggy named Milo. And Sina and Milo have met before, and they're such cuteness. Oh, she's just good. Good. Happy Monday! We're squatting. So as we were here, once you come into a squat that's possible for you, that's accessible for you, you can open to the knees here by pressing back onto the knees by pressing with your elbows, okay? How are you? During Monday. I'm good. Thanks for asking. Yeah, oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Yeah, we're good. All good, you know, taking it easy. It's cold outside, so we went for a walk with Dina before our class, and after that I was sneezing a little bit because of the shock, I think. Oh, good. Thank you for coming on and chatting with us, Anura. How was your day? What did you have for dinner? I had a full chicken sandwich. So, not a real chicken sandwich. For those that know I'm vegetarian, don't worry, not a real chicken sandwich. And IT had a burger, so he took advantage that it was a little bit sunny outside though, even though it was cold, and he did a little barbecuing. So, that was good. All right, so from your squat, then moving a little bit forward. And kind of make the table for a second. Okay, now we're going to try a few different things here. So to start, I'm going to come onto my forearms as we did earlier. Okay, a bit of a supported. Pew pew mama, regain hydrate. Okay. Yes, to have my dinner. Oh my gosh, Sonora. Thank you so much for the reminder. Thank you for redeeming the 100 points. Yeah. Well, I hope you get some food in you soon. I hope you don't, go to bed hungry though these days. Alright, so forearms here. And I'm going to bring my knees back just a little bit. Now, once I feel balanced here, I'm going to extend my arms. Extend my legs, just as I did earlier with that thread the needle. Extending. Extending. But I'm going to press back. Okay? So this is a low plank. This is a bit of dolphin. Okay? And hold here. So you're opening through the armpits actually. You're opening through the heart. Notice how my tippy toes now, I can bring them further back. And open a little further. Then you can hold here for as long as you can. And then bend your knees and sit back to child's pose. So that was a bit of a dolphin variation. And with that comes other movements, of course. There's also puppy pose that I wanted to try with you. And that is essentially where we are right now. So it's a bit of table. Then I'm expressing my arms forward. I'm going to come back a little bit here so I have space for my arms. Then I'm extending through my arms. Pressing my forehead to the ground. And I can stay there for a while. That is puppy pose, okay? That is the baby of downward facing dog. All right? Plank. Downward facing dog. Plank. Downward facing dog. Plank. Downward facing dog. Plank. All right, let's try baby pigeon. Inhale, right leg up. Bend that knee. Bring it forward. Okay, and we're gonna sit back here. All right, so I'm going to extend my heart upward, and by doing that, or for doing that, I'm going to extend my fingers, open to my heart, exhale, flow forward, okay? And you can extend forward. But first notice that my back foot is pointed back, so the top of my foot is touching the mat. The right heel is touching my left hip, all right? And then you can come all the way down once you've taken that big breath. And you can stay here for a few breaths. Wonderful. Now, this is another preparation actually that you could use for preparing for splits. So if you didn't try splits before and you have the flexibility in your body, you can go ahead and try it now. And here, another trick for you, by the way, is that you're balanced through the hips, so you're not really falling too much on my right, too much on my left. You're actually engaged through the axis of your body and you're keeping balance there. When I come down to the arms, I am still engaged through my belly. I'm not totally relaxed. Okay? And I can stay here, or I can move here. Here. Or even extend my arms forward and stretch them that way. Okay. Of course, you can practice a little bit of king once you're here. I'm going to balance. If my right knee is bent, I'm going to balance with my right up center, and my back, and open to this king. Just for a bit of a twist through the spine. And then let's try the opposite side. Pressing hands, moving back, walking down. Big stretch. Inhale, left, bend knee. Bring that forward. Notice my foot will not stay the way it is. I'm going to tuck it in. Into Blammo with the octopus. Is that what I look like from downward facing dog to plank, downward facing dog and plank? I love moving that way actually. It feels so good in the spine. So here, big inhale. Exhale, step forward. I'm going to stay here with you. Thank you for the octopus, very pretty. And Nora, if you're still around, how long did you hang out with Roman the chef? Isn't he adorable? He's got this stream where he cooks, he bakes. It's so cute. He's such a young kid, but he's like so engaging. I'm like, wow, he's gonna be such a pro when he like hardly 20. He's gonna be such a pro, right? Breathing here. Just step from this side for sure. And I can release the legs forward for a moment here. Alright. I'm going to try a little bit of rolling back and forth. Again, engaging that core. First, extending through my arms. Close. Knees to chest. Sway from side to side. Open big. Knees to chest. And then you can roll. Rolling up. And back. Rolling up. And back. Rolling up. And rolling up. And back. And then now again to seated. Alright guys. I'm going to actually move into a little bit of, I'm going to try splits for a moment. Because I do want to try to lift myself. And here, see if anyone's, am I missing anyone? I think we're okay. Beautiful. I'm actually really, really thirsty today as well. Alright. So, hello, Colin Cornell. How are you? How's it going? I think I followed you earlier. Very nice, very nice. I'm actually gonna try the split and see how that goes in my body today. So, welcome. All right. Move things a little bit there to either side. I'm gonna take both blocks, press them to my sides, and basically you can use. You see this, Anura says, really sweet kid, Brian, like he's so sweet. I think I stayed until the point where he put your name up on his board. That was really sweet. I'm like if I ever have a kid, and like I want my kid to be like that. Like he's so he's a sweetheart. He's smart. He's like chattable, you know, people person, and he's just yeah, good guy. How do I pronounce this? I'm doing well. Just wanted to stop in and say hey before I have to mod channel. No worries, no worries. Thank you for coming by. That's awesome. Thank you kindly. Hope we'll meet again. And lurk away, lurk away. Alright, so let's try that. So I usually do not use blocks for the split, but you can have them there just in case. And I've been trying to do that recently because, like, have them just in case on my side because I used to get into the splits no problem, but now it's been a little while. I'm a little rusty. I'm a little, you know, so I want to practice getting into them, and they might be there for just assistance. So I like to move into it from downward facing dog, or though you can just move one leg out and then the other, and then practice from there. So noticing here, you can only see my front leg, but doesn't look too bad. Almost there, like 2 inches, and we're almost at the floor, not even. Now, it was only like maybe 2 years ago where I can do a full split, and then just like that. You spend too much time sitting down, and then your body forgets, you know? Actually, Mumpurious was talking about this earlier. I don't know if you guys follow Mumpurious, but he has been over to my stream here quite often. He's actually subscribed. Last time he subscribed on Thursday, and it was so fun. He's a subscriber now, and on his stream, he was mentioning how you know you gotta keep these monkeys going because then they forget, and it's so true. Such as my splits, right? They forget. So let's try. So from kneel here, you can try just opening this way or this way with the block. Move forward, move forward. There we are. You can place a block where you feel that stop. Okay. Come onto your fist. Or here, and you can hang out and chill. Okay, give those ligaments and the hamstrings a little bit of stretch so they can happen. And once it feels okay, want to move on to the other side. You can switch the legs. Alright, let's switch legs. Drive from here. Bring that block close by. And we're going to move back a little bit this way. Keeping that block there. Moving this out of the way so you can see. So I can definitely move lower than this. I'm just using the block to help me so I can just stretch a little more into the ligaments, right? A big warm up. Beautiful. And it's always nice to do this during or after pigeon pose. So, hence why I tried it out. So, move that in. Move your block over there. And when we try a little bit more of that plank pose, I did want to try another version. Oh, that's right. There is actually 2 versions of the plank that I wanted to try a little bit more. And so I just remembered the other one. So, this one is really, really popular on the InterTubes recently. And I follow an author who you should go check out. Her name is Gala Darling. She's an awesome human being. Holy cow, like this person is so sweet, so kind, so outspoken in the right way, and big supporter of women's rights and everything. So you should go check her out. She has, I believe, 3 books that she's written, and they're self-help books. And she renamed herself a whole bunch of years ago. So now her name is Gala, Gala, and last name Darling, like darling, like sweetheart, darling. And she does. I've noticed her workouts, and they're really neat. She does a lot of core work as well, and she does take a low plank, as we're going to do now, and she moves her hips from side to side, and that's really good to work all the obliques and all of the core. So let's try that now and see how it feels in the body. So essentially it's from a low plank, where you want to be here with your forearms, okay? So where you are there, extending to the leg here, and then essentially moving from side to side. So right hip, left hip, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. All right, so I'm going to be doing that a little bit longer with you hanging out with me. I hope you're trying it on your end. And I'm going to do it without counting because it's really engaging, okay? So once again, the low lunge the low plank, as simple as it is, it's actually more challenging than the high plank. So given that is an actual low plank and we're adding something else to it, it's more challenging, okay? So being careful with yourself there, listening to your body, don't exert too much. If you feel that you can do it, move into it and try it out with me, okay? Otherwise, being very careful, please do not enter into your cell at home, okay? So let's try it together. Onto your forearms, perhaps interlacing through the hands or not, it's up to you. Extending through the leg, and then moving right hip close to the mat, and then left hip close to the mat, and changing back and forth, okay? All right, here we go. That's fine. All right. So there you go. Yay! So try that at home. That's pretty cool. We're going to try another version of plank, another modification of plank if you may, and see how that goes. This one is not a movement to the side, but more of the legs moving behind you up and down to keep more balance. So it's a bit more challenging with balance, okay? So it will look something like this. Okay? It's just moving the legs behind you, out and extended upward. All right? So let's try that together and see how that goes. All right, here we go. Planktober. From a low plank, extend right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Beautiful. And there we go. Woo. All right, we're working out now. And there you go. So plank is one of those movements that is interchangeable between the yoga and Pilates and aerobics. So I think that's why I chose it, because it's so open and versatile to a lot of our folks. So you don't necessarily need to be in yoga to do plank. You can just be real people in real time in this real world, right? And the other one that I wanted to, so we tried the side plank, from before. We tried, what else did we try? We tried side plank from basically Warrior 1. We did side plank. And then we did, actually at the very beginning, we tried thread the needle plank. And we tried that sway hips from side to side plank. And we've also tried the extended leg plank as we did the movement up and down. Let's see if I'm missing any other ones that I wanted to try today. I think we're pretty good. And that. Let's do the leg depending. You can move in and out. If you can move in plank with a beat of your own, that goes really good. I'm actually looking at some, look, I'm looking at a 30-day, that just came up, a 30-day plank challenge where day 1, basically, okay, so from day 1 to day 30, it asks you to move for each day, basically as 20 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or seconds, 30, 40 rests. You don't do anything on the 6th day. Day 7, you do 45 seconds. Next day, 45 seconds. Next day, 1 minute. Next day, 1 minute. Next day, 1 minute. And then the next day, a minute 30 seconds, rest. A minute 40 seconds, 50 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes 30, and so forth. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've already missed all these. I've moved along, you know? Oh, whoop, whoop, cool. Thanks so much for the follow. Yay! Follow, 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 follow. Yes. So we're doing Planktober. We're talking about planks. We're hanging out. Whew, I need to practice those. Right? And that's what happens. So sometimes we forget to do these planks, and then when we do them, we're like, oh yeah, like this is how our body moves in this pose, right? So it's nice to bring it back. So this is interesting, you guys, because according to this 30-day challenge, I've skipped day 1 to day 12. My first plank that I documented was October 1st. My high plank on October 1st was 1 minute and 1 second. My low plank was 1 minute and 2 seconds. So I've already surpassed a lot of these days. That's so funny. All right, that's okay. See, I don't want to give you a challenge like that because I feel like it could become very stale very soon. So I don't really want to give you such a challenge. I want to move you through that yoga and then insert a plank and move you through that yoga and insert another plank. So, all right, let's do a few more. Since it's Planktober, first Monday of October, we're gonna let it out here with plank. Tomorrow's not so many planks, don't worry, but we'll still be doing that challenge to see how long we can keep going. So let's do a high plank for a moment. All right, we're high here. Now you want to be really, really down with your bum. So let me see. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Okay, and moving back to downward facing dog. We need a break. Moving forward here. And let's do those kicks again. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Bending forward. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And sit back. Child's pose. Very. Coming forward. And actually from plank. Gonna touch. Actually, I'm gonna do it this way so you can see me. Bending back at my hands. Let's do a high plank for a moment. And if it's possible, you can come onto your left. Touch your left shoulder. Onto your right. Touch your right shoulder. Okay? Just a couple of times. And under. Beautiful. Good workout, eh? All right, so let's get back onto our low yoga poses. And then we'll go into a little bit more of a meditation breath focus. And then we'll be at the end of the class. So, onto our backs for now. Okay. All right. I'm always pulling my shorts up. I'm like, it's one of those pet peeves, you guys. Do you guys have the same peeve? I'm just going to sway my hips from side to side to start. You can bring the arms to the side or have them at your belly, wherever's comfortable here. So start swaying hips from side to side to prepare. Alright. So this has a lot to do with the hips, but it also has to do a lot with the spine. You want to be nice and kind to the spine. Create a lot of lubrication and blood flow. Beautiful. I'm going to take hold of that strap. Now, if you guys don't have a yoga strap at home, that's cool, that's okay. Use any strap you have at home, okay? Also, you don't particularly need to use a strap if you already have the flexibility in your legs, okay? I like to use this, so it also actually helps me to stretch a little bit further than I could, perhaps. So, I'm going to loop onto my right and extend through my left. If you guys need a second to go get a belt from your closet, go ahead. I'm going to wait here a second. Okay, so you can loop through there. And essentially we're going to open to the right, and then we're going to open and close, actually, to the left. And then we're going to switch legs and we're going to do the same. But I will show you here. So you clasp and you make that loop so your foot can fit in. And then we're going to grasp here twice. Notice I did that. So giving yourself a little bit of room. You're going to extend even bigger and longer. I'm going to plant my hand on left. Big and long, beautiful straight leg there. Plant through your shoulders. Big breath. And exhale and open through the leg. Okay. Now, if it's too much, you can also use a block to help you here, okay? Or a pillow, or a cushion, or a bolster. Opening through that right, leaving it there. And we can hang out and talk like this. There. 5. 4. 3. And 1. Maybe 0. Maybe -1. Slowly coming up. Now for this side, as we're going to bring this over to my left now, I'm going to notice movement on the hip on my left. I'm going to pick up my hip and open here. So it's a little more comfortable for the twist, okay? Now my body is going to organically want to move towards the left because of that bend here. So big inhale, make sure you're centered through your spine. So leg and torso are centered. Inhale, exhale can help you come into a gentle twist. Or you can stay here. Or you can stay here looking at your right foot. Okay? If you are totally open, allowing your right shoulder to stay at ground. Okay, so shoulders are both touching the mat if you are fully open in this twist. Once it feels done, you bring it back as you brought it down. Nice and gentle and gracefully. Picking up my left, locating my hips nicely as they were. Okay, bend that knee, release that hook, release that right leg down. Let's try the left. So, that. Standing to the left here. 1, 2. Planting right arm. Opening to the left. Okay, again, if you want to place a block there, go ahead and do so. That will help your flexibility, okay? Now, some of us may not want to use a block or any type of modification prop, and thinking that I'm just going to get into that pose because I'm going to stretch my ligaments, but please, please, please be kind, okay? You have one body. That's it. One body, okay? One tempo. Treat it with kindness and love. Listen to it. Now, in each pose that we take through a yoga practice, you want to ask yourself, how can I show more love to myself in this pose? So perhaps I will straighten up a little bit more through my shoulders here and my side. Tuck my chin down so I open to the back of the chest. Maybe I open my hand out so my palm is facing the ceiling, opening shoulder length. Deep breath. I remember my breath. Big in breath, big exhale out. Once that feels done, bringing it slowly back up. All right, and we're going to extend over my right hip. So from here, again, similar. I'm going to pick up this hip, bring it in a little bit so we can make that turn outward. All right. Who's that? Piu Blamo. Hello. Hello. Piu Blamo with the emote. Yeah, that's my new emote. Look at that. That's one of my new emotes that got approved. It's exciting. And I got a second one approved, and I'm super happy. I got my Xena emote. I got my Namaste emote. Super stuff. Now you can open through your left here, or you can stay where you are. Now my left is really, really tight today, so I'm just going to stay this way. Also to check out chat. We're going to stay there for 5 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. And as I say this to you guys, there's actually a poster behind the camera that is Terminator. Shark, fate, terminate. Yes, that's a Terminator. That was, I think, the last Terminator movie, right, guys? That's so funny. That was a good movie. Like, I enjoy it. You know, I like Terminator movies. Just like I like my Transformer movies, you know, for the action and for all of that movement and, you know, pew 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 and all that. So I think it's funny that I have Terminator. I think it's hilarious actually that I have Terminator behind the camera watching me. And that's a poster that I kept after watching the movie. They were giving them out for free, and I thought, I will take one. And it's been basically sitting in this room for a long time. I thought I would hang it, but I haven't. It's just sitting there. So funny. All right, bringing that leg back. All the way back. Picking up my hips, setting them straight. All right, where you are, I'm looping. I'm going to make the best out of this row, out of this bout. and put it away. I'm going to bend my knees to chest and hug them nicely. There you are. Let's try a little bit of happy baby, you guys. These fingers will grasp my big toe here. You can also grasp from the outside of the foot, okay? Or just your fingers, your toes here. Okay? Whatever's comfortable, really. And you can stay here at this low happy baby. Okay? Hip opener, guys. Or up here, or even happier baby. Or you can extend through the legs here for a super happy baby. Right? You've seen it. You've seen the babies, the cute babies online, being cute and doing cute things. Wherever you are, I can stay here for a moment and sway from side to side. Beautiful. That's what's very important in happy baby is to tuck your pelvis in. Okay, so you're not. Some people are like really trying here. Don't try too hard. Okay, don't try too hard. Just as long as you grasp that toe, that's enough. Okay, if you cannot grasp the toe, bend your knees and reach out. Wiggle the fingers. All right. Next, let's bend through the feet together here. If you can grasp the bottom of the feet together, bending through the knees, and the knees get as wide as the mat or even wider. And staying there for a few breaths. So this is reclined butterfly pose. Amazing for the lymphatic system, which has a lot to do with your blood flow and hormonal changes as well. Breathing in and breathing out. This is another pose that's great for prenatals, especially prenatals at the early stages when you can still lie on your full back. Okay, and it's also really good for fertility issues or menstruation issues or any other female issues with that. Okay. I'm going to come up for a second. I think somebody has where's that? Oh, Miss Furious! Hello! How are you? Welcome, welcome. Look at that. I've got my a couple of my subscribers online. Thank you. Are you guys practicing with me? What are you guys up to? I'm curious. I was talking about you earlier. I was saying how on your last stream you mentioned that I think that's when you were giving like opening through the back of, through the bottom of the foot, and I mentioned like a yoga foot massage. You mentioned how we have to practice, and stretch these muscles that we don't usually use to keep them going because then they'll forget, right? And that's what I was mentioning in regards to a split, right? So I used to split perfectly at about 2 years ago or so, and now I feel like I'm back to where I started, which is so funny. Yes, shout out to Mom Furious. You should go check him out. He's a cool dude. I love seeing him on screen. He does a lot of good fitness stuff. He's got really fun playlists as well. So go check him out. Very cool guy. Right? So about the split, like it's just one of those things, right? All right. So where we were. And you can bring that butterfly down, both bottom of the feet together, and opening through the hips in this way. All right. Now this is, and I think I'm going to copyright this to Mindful Yoga. Okay. I'm copywriting this pose, you guys, as double diamonds because I call this a diamond and I call this a diamond. Now this is one of these poses that you want to stay in for a long time. If you've been sitting for a while, right, Anura? Pew Pew Blamo, I know you sit for a long time as well. If you sit for a long time, if you drive for a long time, if you're just always sitting, okay, and you want a little movement through the shoulders, open into both the shoulders and the hips, this is a good one, okay? So double diamond. Opening through here and always breathing, coming back to your breath. This is one of these poses where we can start meditation at this one, okay? Breathing in and breathing out. This is mainly preparation already for a Shavasana. I'm going to take a look at the message. Thank you for the, of course. Of course, I'm curious. Anytime. So this is one of these poses where we can stay for a long time and start preparing for Shavasana. You essentially start to focus here on your breath again, but on a deeper level, and then focusing into a meditation because you really want to stay here for a long time. This is one of those amazing poses for yourself. So if you can bring the feet closer to the groin area, to the hips, so that's even more useful. However, if that's too much, bring them halfway. If that is too much, bring them a bit more extended. You're still getting a lot of that work happening, okay? Wherever you are. And actually, interesting I say that because so the idea is that if you're extended further away, the feet are further away from the body, from the torso, that is less challenging as compared to here. But I've had some people here go, I don't feel challenged. And then they move halfway and they go, okay, I feel it now. Because really it tends to do with the muscles we use. We don't use particular muscles every day. They might also be because of the type of training they've had, either ballet or martial arts, and their bodies just work differently from everybody else's. We're all different, right? So, wherever you are, just staying there, breathing in and breathing out. All right. And like I said, you want to stay here for a while. So if you can allow yourself 8 breaths, 8 long breaths. Okay, and one breath is breathing in and then breathing out. So 8 of those. Once you're done with your 8 breaths, you can extend through the legs, extend through the arms, palms to the ceiling, shoulders tucked in and under, no space between you and mat. Chin close to your chest. You want to close your eyes here. And then here where we are, Shavasana, horse pose, you can stay even longer. Okay. I always like to move my head from side to side in Shavasana. Feels nice. It acts like a head massage. If I have any headaches or migraines, that helps big time as well. Gravity can do so much for you. It is. Just staying there. So I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. I'm going to come up to do a little meditation for you, but you can stay right there, okay? So I'm going to turn to my right, forward with my left, and come up to seated. Okay? A little bit of water. I'm going to bring my block closer to you so I can sit closer. And as we were talking about Shavasana, I was wearing my Shavasana shirt today. I removed it earlier so you could see my full body extension through my torso, but I can put it back on. This was actually a gift from one of my students a while ago. I would say about 3-4 years ago. So I kid around about this shirt in class one time, and I said, because I did see it online, and I thought it was hilarious, right? If you can see it here, it reads, I'm just here for the Shavasana. just here for corpse pose, like the last post, the very last one that I just mentioned, right? And when you're really tired and you really want to go through a yoga flow, you just want to lie there and relax, right? And I thought it was so cute and so creative. I mentioned it in class, and 2 weeks later, my student came over to me with a shirt with a little bag, and I was like, oh my god, such a sweetheart. That was, well, he went by 2 names. His nickname was Tyson. That was Tyson. Tyson is a sweetheart. I haven't spoken to him in a while, but he's a sweetheart. He's a beautiful artist. I should show you some of his work sometime. I actually have one of his big pieces up in our living room, and I love it. He's such a good artist. He does work with like acrylics and pencil as well. And he does these like beach scenes are gorgeous. And the piece that we have, I think it's about 40 inches by 60 inches, something like that. Or maybe 40 inches by 40 inches, something like that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright guys, so wherever you are, we're going to start sitting down for the end of our class. I'm going to read you a few things today. I like reading, you guys, so I hope you like that too. I have 2 books that I want to read you from, so you will see these around. The Book of Idle Pleasures. If you love like collector books, this is a great one to collect. The Book of Idle Pleasures. Okay? So it's edited by Dan Fearon and Tom Hutchinson. And it just takes you from one thing to the next. And let's see, let me read you from my first paragraph. It is the purpose of this book to prove that the best things in life really are free, etc., etc. For the last 2 centuries or so, we in the West have labored under the delusion that fun is a costly business. We work hard doing things we don't enjoy in order to make money to spend on doing things that we do enjoy. Well, the idle pleasure helps us to escape all of that costly confusion and disappointment. The idle pleasure helps us elegantly to sidestep all of the commotion and bustle and stress of the work hard, shop hard world and enter a world of joy and freedom. I love this book. As I read that, I can't help really but think of how we're doing in this pandemic, in this lockdown, where we've had to come back to our simplicity and find joy in what is real, such as baking with our families and bike riding with our families. I've noticed a lot of families, especially in the summer, that you didn't see before. Every person in the family, mom, dad, and the children bike riding as a whole. And you never really used to see that before. So the idle pleasures, right? Beautiful. The other little book is the Stress Therapy book. It's written by Tom McGrath and illustrated by R.W. Alley. And these are essentially guidelines to a few things that make you think about stress and the opposite of it. The first paragraph is the forward is stress is a natural part of everyone's life. It's the physical and emotional agitation you feel when faced with threats and opportunities. Life is filled with events, big and small, happy and sad, that bring about stress. But essentially they have a little book from point 1 to point 38, I believe. Yeah, to 138. And it's nice just to look through that. So let's start with this one as we sit here in our last point of a practice today. To begin with, we'll read a couple here from Stress Therapy. So who's still around? Can you tell me a number from 1 to 38? And I will read from the book. And Nuria, are you still around? I think there was some chat happening or was going to happen on YouTube. That's interesting. What's happening on YouTube Live? Alright, YouTube almost to 31. If anybody else out there wants to throw in a number from 1 to 28, let me know. Alright, so I can read from this cute book. Thank you, YouTube Lamo. So number 31, and the drawing is very delicate. The drawing in this book is very delicate. I don't think it's going to come through on the camera, but it's a lady in a messy kitchen, and she's got a laundry full of basket as well. She looks very worried and stressed out. So number 31, during long periods of stress, parts of your life may get neglected. Strive for balance. Take time to pray, exercise, think, read, do physical work, be alone, be with others. Isn't that cute? I will read that again. During long periods of stress, parts of your life may get neglected. Strive for balance. Take time to pray, exercise, think, read, do physical work, be alone, be with others. Nancy. And Amira, thank you. You said number 17. All right, number 17 is a picture of a garden. They are picking berries and watermelons and carrots, and they look happy and cute, and they have a sign at the back that says Elf Holy, I think Elf Holy Community Garden. It's really cute. So point 17 says, develop an attitude of gratitude. Making a list of blessings will put your worries in perspective. It's be stressful, but it's hard to be stressful when your heart is brimming with things. I hope that resonated with you too, guys. Number 31 and number 17. Okay, I'll read 17 again. Develop an attitude of gratitude. Making a list of blessings will put your worries in perspective. It's hard to be stressful when your heart is brimming with things. And actually, that takes me back to thinking about Thanksgiving. We have Thanksgiving coming up here in Canada. I am in Toronto, for those that don't know me. So Thanksgiving, it's just this weekend. So Monday coming up in a week. Thanksgiving is in a week. And Thanksgiving is a little bit harder now with the pandemic and lockdown, but that is such a beautiful note to point out for Thanksgiving. I do or have ran classes and have actually mentioned a few gratitude points here before on stream, so it's important to be grateful for what we have, right? Go on to our other book, and for this one, I just like to. This is such a bigger book that I just like to randomly choose. So page 160. Ooh, Whitman. Interesting. The balance in my right? Thank you, Anura. Unleash your creativity with a simple act of whittling away at a stick with your penknife. Marvel at the satisfaction as, through your own efforts, the stick starts to become a work of art before your very eyes. To turn magically from a mere twig into an object of beauty, uniquely expressive of you. Marvel at the wonders that can happen when man and nature work in harmony, and compare that life-affirming process to the dead glow of Photoshop or PowerPoint. Yeah. You can do this with candles. So, whittling, you can see it there. You can do this with candles. But essentially, you can do this with wood And there are certain woods that are softer than others that you can use to make things just by peeling at it, basically, by carving it with a knife. And that reminds me of a gentleman downtown Toronto that through any weather, I believe he's homeless, unfortunately, but through any weather, those are in Toronto, I don't know if you've seen him. He's usually around like young and Dundas, young in college, and he will carve little birds out of pieces of wood, and he just sits there and makes them, and he's got a little sheet beside him, and he'll sell them. I think he sells them at like $5 each or something like that. But yeah, I don't know his name, but I always see him there, and I've been thinking, I haven't been downtown in a long time. I haven't been downtown probably in like 8 months or something. But when I have seen him, I'm like, maybe I should sign up, to support him. And maybe next time I will. Because they're so cute and it's so creative. Like, to me, being homeless and having a skill that you could still utilize to keep you going is such a strength. And I think that is, kudos to you for doing that. There is another person near here, actually, near my place, who is also homeless and makes bracelets. They're kind of like macrame bracelets, and he sells them. And I'm like, amazing, Like, it's such creativity and then something to exchange, right? It's just beautiful when you can exchange that with somebody, like that energy exchange. Alright, so where we were, I'm just going to bring that chime again to bring you back. Probably back into reality, but not so really because the bell is gorgeous. And here we go. Beautiful. So there you are. So wherever you are, I hope you're safe and sound and well. And always think back to that intention you put together for yourself at the beginning of our practice today. And yeah, I think I'm going to call IT now and check on our plank and see how that goes. I need to. Hey, Zena! You want to say hi to the peoples? You want to say hi to the peoples? Hi! Hi, Zena! Yes, so let's check IT right here. You heard me so quickly. So we're going to check our high, how we do today, and our low plank. So, alright, we've got a stopwatch, and those that are still around with me, please turn me on because I do need the cheering. IT has also been doing it, but I don't know if he's going to try it today.
Nanera on the screen today?
Nanera, are you here? Alright, so we're going to try it. I'm a little nervous because I've been doing a lot of plank already, but...
Good one, though. Good one.
But we'll see. Alright, ready, guys? So, first, high plank. See how long we can hold that. Yesterday was what? I think 121?
20 minutes, 10 minutes?
Oh my god! Alright. So, let's try and see. Alright, guys, you need to cheer, man. Alright.
Wait.
Oh, Dina.
Ready?
I think so. I just want to make sure that I am flat enough. Okay.
On your marks. Get set. Plank.
What's that? Okay?
Pretty good.
The butt too low? Okay.
Oh, that looks great. 10 seconds. 20 seconds.
Wow.
Tons of time, and you're doing great. You're doing great. You can do it, Anura.
Oh, nice.
30 seconds.
And she highlighted her bestest. Thank you.
Uh-oh, here we go. No, we're fine, we're fine. 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
You're fine. You're not even shaking. You guys, you're fine.
You don't see it, but I am.
No. You're not shaking. Everything's great. 50 seconds.
Oh boy.
No. Don't say oh boy. You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Not even, no. There's no vibration. Everything is great. You're strong. You're holding on tight. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Just keep going. Keep going. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing very good. 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just 10 more. Hold it. Hold it. No, don't give me that look. You're almost there. You're almost there.
No, that's it.
No!
Oh. All right. Not bad. 1:30. Woo.
You
All
gotta,
right.
you gotta
My
write it
hands
down.
are red.
You gotta write it down.
Yes, need to write it down. Whew. And Anura, you should try it as well. Whew. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Oh my God, all of a sudden I got messages from everybody. Oh, that's nice. Thanks for the support. Yay. All right, what's today? Today is October 5. Whew. That's not bad. That was not bad, you know?
Good, yeah. That was good.
I
That's
think
what it's all about. That's what it's all about, man. Hold the plan. Hold the plan.
October 5. High. 1:30. 1:30. All right, now low.
More emotes there. Look at that. Look at the emotes coming.
Aww,
What's
yay! Oh, she's so cute. All right, ready?
You're doing a lot.
Am I ready? Yeah, we're gonna do low plank now.
All right, dude. I believe in you.
Oh, I'm sweating, you guys. I'm sweating. All right, let me try to do these bars. All right.
All right.
Uh-huh.
On your mark.
Mm-hmm.
Get set.
Mm-hmm.
Start.
Wow.
10. Anura, haha, oh man, I'll last like 10 seconds. You and me both, man. You and me both. 20. 30. You're fine. You're only shaking a little bit. You're fine. 40. You can do it. You can do it. You're doing great. Just keep holding, okay? 50.
Oh.
Well, you gotta at least do a minute. You're doing great. Just keep holding.
Yeah, tell me when.
Keep breathing. Just keep breathing, okay?
Yeah.
Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. You're doing great. Just keep breathing.
What time is it?
Just keep breathing. Keep breathing. Okay, and you're there.
Oh. Holy cow. Oh.
You did a minute 11.
I'm sweating through my neck. Wow, almost 112. All right, that was good. Whew. Did you guys do it? Almost 112. Look at that.
Well, it's only on this action too.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You gonna do it with socks on? I'm always like, every time thank you. Every time I do any movement, I want my socks off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel I can keep my balance better, you know?
I had kind of a horrible day at work today, so we're gonna see if that makes my plan stronger, or we.
I feel like I should call Nanera if she's not around. Nanera! So, sorry, I'll get out of your way in a second. Oh, Zena's excited. Zena wants to try too. All right. Ready? Zena's like, okay.
All right, let's see.
All right, you guys, we've got IT.
Target for today is 35 seconds.
Actually, yeah. Yesterday, IT did high for 131.
No, don't say that. No, if I do less than that, I'm going to be embarrassed.
131 seconds. And
no, 130, no, not 131 seconds.
So yesterday, IT did high for 1 minute and 31 seconds and low for 1 minute and 16 seconds. So let's see how it goes for him today.
Yeah,
so right now, high, you should try 131. Let's see how that goes. Tina, are you tickling Daddy? Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, good girl. Okay, you ready, Freddie?
Okay, count me in.
Ready, set, go. Five seconds.
Like I said, I've had a hell of a day, so
10 seconds.
let's see how this goes.
15 seconds. 20 seconds. Uh-oh. 25 seconds. Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
Nothing. 30 seconds. Let's cheer IT. Let's cheer IT. IT. Work will make stronger. You can do it too. 45 seconds. 50 seconds. Remember yesterday did 131. 55 seconds. A minute. Whoa, strong. He's strong. Like bull. 10 seconds. 15 seconds. Whoa, doing good. 20 seconds. Whoa, almost there. Keep strong. Strong core. Breathing. 30 seconds. What? Keep going. You surpassed your time yesterday. Tina, come. Don't get squished. Amazing. Will he make it? Will he make it? 55. 2 minutes. Wow. 5 seconds. 10 seconds. All right. You made it just at 2 minutes, 12 seconds. Nice. That's awesome. You ready for low?
No. I just hurted myself.
Really? That's it?
No. That was too much. No, I'm sick, man.
All right, guys.
So, this is your spot. I'm gonna vacate.
Thank you. Thank you for joining me. All right, guys. That was exciting. I hope you tried it out at home as well. So those are following the plank challenge with me. I'm sure you will try it later if you're not on the stream right now with me live. But yay! That was good. And Nora, thank you so much for the cheering. We definitely needed it. That was good stuff. All right, guys. And yeah, we'll prepare then for tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have... Ooh, we've got a chat from our YouTube. Better show us how long you can stand on tiptoe. How on tiptoe? How do you mean? Like just as a stand tippy toe? Like a ballerina point? Thank you for your message, Final Destiny. That's great. All right, we're actually just closing our stream right now. This is actually a stream for Twitch. We decided to put it on YouTube Live and see how that goes. If you don't know me, I'm Mindful Yoga Chick. Oh, Zena has come with a ball. Come here. Yeah, she's excited. She wants to play. It's time to go play. So if you don't know me, I'm Mindful Yoga Chick. I come to Twitch and stream Monday to Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for yoga and meditation. I've got a plank challenge happening with me and IT and our followers this month for October. I also do story time Tuesday evenings at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We have read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and also Telltale Heart by Edgar Allan Poe. Tomorrow we will be, or I will be reading to you The Yellow Wallpaper. I got a message from the YouTuber here on your knees and on tiptoe. A plank on my knees? That's actually an easier version of plank. And yes, you could definitely stay on a moderation of that on knees. I do tippy toes for downward facing dog, and that's also really comfortable for me. But yeah, like a ballerina. I don't have ballerina training, so, or ballet training, so. Aww, okay. They're gonna go play. And yes, I don't have ballet training, but that would be great. That would be great. Just stand as a ballerina, I would need the shoes for sure. But anyway, thanks for coming on and chatting and hanging out and watching. Thanks for everybody that has cheered. I also do randoms during the weekend. Those are mainly just hangouts. Recently, we've been doing a lot of hangouts Saturday evenings for retro gaming, so that's been fun. If you haven't followed me yet, please click on the follow. That is free to do. Otherwise, you can also or subscribe to our stream, and you can follow in that way. If you click the follow button, you basically get notified right away of when I'm on each time. So yeah, I hope to see you tomorrow. I'll be back on at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and we will be doing that. Tomorrow is actually National Noodle Day, so we might be having some ramen on screen. Yeah, with a little bit of a dinner and then a little bit of yoga after that. We've got Sena here. She's pretending she doesn't want to say goodnight. You want to say goodnight? She's too excited. It's definitely playtime. Definitely playtime. So we'll see you guys soon.
You want to mention not Thanksgiving, but the weekend after?
No, that's a surprise.
Okay. Okay.
So we've got a few surprises in the works on the stove. I don't want to leave the surprises out of the bag though, because they're big surprises for a couple of people. So I don't want to mention them right now. IT, what are you doing?
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Sena, say good night. Good night. Good night. Good night. Thank you again from my heart to your heart. Namaste. Good night. Oh. Ooh. IT wants to do the namaste. Oh, there you are. I think your outfit is great. Thank you.